Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, we'll chant a little japa together here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We got to work on our next strategy here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good morning, Lalita. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Great class you had this morning. I understood all the points very nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, you can put your mic on so we can chant together here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram Hare Ram
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram.
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hare
Hari
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Ram
Hari
Ram
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Ram
Hari
Ram
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Ram
Rama
Ram Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Hari Rama
Krishna
Hari Rama 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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Rama Rama
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna.
oh
Krishna,
my God.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram.
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, oh my
Krishna, Hare
Lord Shri Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Morani my Prabhu, Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Morani my
Krishna,
Prabhu,
Krishna,
Morani my
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna, Krishna,
Morani
Hare
my
Krishna,
Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Munda
Rama, Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Oh,
Hare. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna.
Hari Hari, Hari Hari,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hari Hari.
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Gaura,
Hare
Gaura, Gaura,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram.
Gaura, Gaura.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Gaura.
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Gaura, Gaura.
Lord Jesus.
Krishna, Hare
Wow.
Ram, Hare Ram.
Gaura, Gaura.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Srila Prabhupada
Hare
Ki.
Ram, Hare Ram.
Hari,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Shri
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram.
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh my Lord Sri
Hare
Krishna.
Rama. Ram Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
uh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, oh my Lord Sri Krishna, oh my Lord Sri Krishna, oh my Lord Sri
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
oh
Hare
my
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Oh my Lord Sri Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, oh my Lord Sri Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Ram Hare Ram
Sri Krishna
Ram
Chaitanya.
Ram
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Hare
Sri
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Chaitanya.
Hare
Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Oh my Lord.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram Hare Ram
Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, these are the end days, the
Hare
end of
Krishna.
misery and the awakening of a life of ecstatic bliss forever. Yes, the end of our miseries. Or whoever else wants to stop being miserable. My Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, you are my end days. You're ending my misery. I know, man. Anybody want to come on board?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama, Rama.
Krishna, Krishna.
Oh, Krishna,
Hare
wow,
Rama,
what a
Hare Rama.
name, what a name, what a name.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Oh, man,
Hare
freedom is
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
you
Rama,
are freedom,
Krishna, Krishna,
Prasanna.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama Rama,
Who
Hare
takes
Hare.
shelter of your name is very, 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 very intelligent.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Who doesn't?
Hare
And
Rama,
it's the
Hare
end
Rama.
days for them, literally.
Rama Rama,
That's
Hare
it.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Finished. Finished.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
This is a new
Krishna,
beginning.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Let
Hare
that old
Krishna.
stuff, let it end. Let it
Hare
be.
Rama, Hare
Let it
Rama.
end.
Hare
It's-
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
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 True
Krishna,
happiness
Hare
is taking
Krishna.
shelter of
Krishna,
his name.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Yeah, and letting the other stuff go. Just let it go.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
It's all a knife in the back. All of it, it's all. And if anything that disturbs your happiness, this is part of, I was just chanting and the Lord was showing me this. He says, yeah, highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. So anything making you miserable now, let it go. Just, see it what it is and let it go. Just cross it, go exhale. Give it away free. You ever see those things, the free things, free box? Put it all in the free. You want it is? There you go. It's in the free box because I'm already free. You don't need this anymore, man. Just give me your name, Lord. Hare Krishna. Don't carry this stuff around, man. And part of it, letting it go. You got to get it out. Get it out. Put it in the free box. For those in lower consciousness, they like to go into the free box. They get it all free. Okay, here you go. You can have it. It's like it's like Sanatan Goswami. He's a he for him he was like, let me, everything has an obstacle, it's in the way, let me just reduce everything, out of my, just get rid of it. And so he had a touch tone which would give him valuable, anything, he turn it into gold. Somehow he got a boon. The demigods go, here's you can get a goddess of fortune, here you can get anything you need and want, and forever and ever, just a touchstone. He takes it, he threw it in a ditch. That is an obstacle. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. He didn't want to be bothered. The Lord showed some devotees were. We can't imitate that, of course. But you know what? We get what's really beautiful. This is again the extraordinary mercy of Lord Caitanya. We get to able to chant somewhat like these devotees. maybe likely, in this to see that this is our treasure. This is our real shelter, man. Nothing knocks this down. The only thing gets knocked down that's anything part of the Maya, and that's kind of good, and only it knocks us down because we identify with these things. Maybe we get a little bit, But as we're releasing, yeah, 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 exactly. So gradually, the thing is, so the Lord isn't that amazing? The Lord ain't waiting for us to be perfected. He's part of the sculpting thing. That's why you see Jesus. I tell you, man, Jesus is his preaching is so phenomenal. I don't believe anybody can understand the I mean, I'm just learning more and more about when he said, I'm the true vine and my father is the gardener. My God, when you have such a team on your, that's what the chapter 1 of Adi Lila is all about that. The true vine is the bona fide spiritual master, and it's very rare you get one like that who teaches you the confidential truth. And his father, and that's how you have the true father. See, the true father does special stuff for you. Nothing that no other father could do. Not the mode of goodness father either, because you always get the knife in the back on that one. See, no, this father is perfect. See, and the Lord is giving us more and more connection with that, realizing, oh, that's what I say. This is our Father that we need and to take shelter of. The name and the ecstasy. That's our mother. Our mother is the ecstasy, isn't it? Isn't it? Doesn't she mother us? My God, I am so mothered every day. My God, what true motherly love, and it's like also friendship love. And beloved, it's like, her beloved becomes your beloved. Oh my God, what a path, man. It's worth all the shit we go through. Smother and mother, yeah, yeah. It's worth it, everything, every little bit of it, man. I can't believe I'm chanting like this now. It's unbelievable to me. It was never always like this. Is getting better. This is what do you get a path that always gets better and more deeper and more understanding of the Lord. Right there. It's the head chit speaks. So anyway, it's great, man. It's whatever we have to go through. It's like Jesus. He came down. I saw this picture. Comes down and he's smiling and very angelic. Very angelic. And then he says, I didn't say it was going to be easy, but I said it's going to be worth it. That's how I kind of come to the point. I say, yeah, you're right, Jesus. Thank you. Yeah. And Lord Caitanya is really the cherry on the top, making it really worth it. My goodness. She mothers me very much. Yes. Yes, there, Tom. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. Is this a fairy tale? Man, let me live in this fairy tale forever. And I think I will, because it keeps appearing every day. It's not like the fairy tales I watch, in the movies. They always end. They're not quite real. It fades. You ever see those things you feel good in the feel good movies, and you're feeling good in the time, and then it fades. Those Hallmark movies. I watch some of those sometimes because I get a good feel good. Feel, oh, this is great, but because it's all of the body, and then it fades. And then you want another, and it's so limited, the Hallmark movie feeling. Any mode of goodness people out there? Anybody know what I mean? The Hallmark movies, they meet and they have this little thing and they get together forever and they leave on this, it's like it's going to be forever and everything. And then it fades. And then I go back and I watch another one, and then I get the same feeling. Never increases, never anything more. See? Because it's all temporary and it fades. Not much power in that. That's why the mode of good is nothing in comparison in Shuddha Bhakti. Man, this sort of like, it fades because it has to for a little bit, because it's so intense, these realizations, this ecstasy. And then I come back for more, and then it increases more. My God, what a path! This is all these realizations of Chaitanya Charitamrita are in the palm of our hands in this group here. Ever increasing understanding of the greatest philosophy that's ever been in this universe. See, these are the valuable treasures. And ecstatic devotees can partake of. Even before we're perfect, we can appreciate these things. Isn't that nice? Oh, we are perfect. It just gets more perfect, that's all. It's a love story, right, Amy? It's a love story. Yeah, love story. Wow. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. What a wonderful path you brought us. What great association here. It's amazing. You guys are all beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Little beautiful flowers in this beautiful garden. Yeah, just like it was before, 550 years ago. Another unique crop of flowers growing in this garden. Isn't this how we grow? We're growing in this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. The Desire Tree of Devotional Service, Chapter 9, Adi Lila. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim over a great ocean. Okay? So, the spiritual master of the entire world, do you think that's changed? No. No greater teaching has ever come here into this world, nor will it ever. And the best we can do, and the best we are doing, is presenting those teachings again. Okay? And that means we become the spiritual master of the entire world, simply because we are representing the Chaitanya Bhagavat. See, the truth about Chaitanya Lila. See, by the action of the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita teachings, and the devotee Bhagavat, representing Lord Chaitanya's teachings. This love of God is very easily planted into the hearts of those who hear, those who take shelter of those teachings. Just teaching what Lord Chaitanya taught. What is that? Simply take shelter of chanting the holy name in the association of his dear devotees. That's the essence of, that's chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Don't tell me you're guru if you're not acting according to that. Don't tell me you're a follower of the real guru if you're not. Yeah, exactly. Bigger ones. Yeah. Yeah. See? And the teachings are very simple. Yeah. That's why they're in short verses, but in codes. Yeah, short verses and codes saying the same thing usually over and over from this angle and that angle. Yeah. Take shelter of the ecstatic devotees who are intimately dear to the Lord and chant the holy names and pastimes in there. So look at the power of that. Look at you devotees. Look at all of us, even without being externally perfect, and and all of this stuff and still have our problems and our being cripple-minded and all this, the Lord is giving us shelter. Where do you see that? On a humongous degree. On the degree of these ghost moments. On the degree of all the associates of the Lord. Why do I live in a box in Mexico is the question. By myself. I'm not by myself. And I see people making mega spiritual advancement here. I'm out reaching all over the world like this. In the comfort of my chalet here. My little apartment. My studio. It's my studio. I like to see, studio needs to be practical. It needs to be a studio. What do you use a studio for? Just to live? No, to broadcast, right? That's what we do in our little studio. Not just to sleep all day. I can barely get any, and you guys too. I don't think any of you sleep much. None of us are sleeping much. And then this activity is so attractive, we want to do more of this and less of the other stuff. Yeah, broadcast in our studios. We all got a studio here. Isn't it nice? Look at that guy there. We got a little peek at him. Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, yeah.
What's going on? What's happening, mate?
Right. Unto him with the all opulences. Oh, yeah. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, yeah. Spiritual master of the world. See, of the world. What is the world? The world is the Maya. The world. See, isn't that nice? He's a spiritual master of the world, the worldly minded. That's all of us. Without, with the Lord, we get otherworldly mindedness. We start thinking like devotees. We start feeling like devotees. Amazing, huh? Can you imagine? That's perfect. You're perfect already. If you're feeling like the devotees, which have the feelings that many of you have. If you're thinking like the devotees who have the thoughts like you. Thoughts of, I just love these words. I just love this name. I just love these words. You're thinking like the devotees, even though the crust is still there a little bit. Let's go on drinking. What did Lord Caitanya? The path is, go on drinking this nectar. You are qualified. You're like Rupa Goswami. You know what Rupa Goswami was told by Lord Caitanya? You know what Haridas was told by Lord Caitanya? The same thing that you're doing. You are qualified to relish the names and the pastimes of the Lord. You go and you do that, discuss this together. You got the same qualification. And who among us could say, well, I'm like Rupa Goswami, I'm like Haridas. These are really eternally liberated souls who are turning over the power of their austerities. Nityananda too. Those who take shelter of Nityananda and Lord Caitanya and his real devotees, you get the power and the of their austerities that they've done for zillions of lifetimes. That's why this is going on here. We got their mercy. And because of that, we can chant like Nityananda. Well, maybe not to that extent, but pretty good. I see some people doing pretty good here. They have that kind of ecstasy, the laughing, the crying, the choking, the intimacy with the Lord, the deep revelations and realizations. That's right. It's going to explode there, Corona. My heart has been exploding, man. Time for the head to explode too, Yeah. Let's see, what do we got here? Yes, I offer my obeisances. Yeah, and I'll tell you, man. You want to make spiritual advancement? Well, if you're a Vaidhi Bhakti and you're in ISKCON, a Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Smith, you pay your obeisances to these teachings. Well, you're going to have to get a little purified first because you've been taking shelter of other teachings, teachings of a lesser, inferior nature because you're beginners. And the only way to advance is not on your beginning strength. You got very little strength out there. Very weak. Vaidhi is just weak, it's just a weak representation of Krishna. That's why you must move on. Does anybody want to move on? Does anybody think, asking the question, is there anything more to Krishna consciousness than following a bunch of rules and a bunch of gurus who are no better than me? Has anybody come to the point that these guys are just like you and maybe even worse because they have the audacity to take the position that they're not qualified for? Even honest neophytes usually wouldn't do it. Pedophiles actually take the position as guru. That's pretty audacious, wouldn't you think? Let's put it out in the open. Well, I don't like to keep things hidden. That's the whole problem. Everybody's hiding shit. Don't hide your shit. Just put it on the table. Okay? It's all hidden in the closet. Well, hey, man, my Lord Jesus Christ said everything's going to be shouted from the rooftops, even here. Might as well start shouting, man. Yeah, what you are is seen by devotees and the Lord. See, and when it's seen by you, then you'll repent. That repentance is, my God, look what a schmuck I've been because I don't have what you got to see, that we got something better, man. What you guys, the best, look at these, you gurus out there, you're weak. You need to hear this. You're weak, man. All you can do is burden your disciples, give them more rules and regulations. See, and more burden, and they can't express themselves, right? Yeah, they can't, because Prabhu, that would be offensive to think for. You can't think for yourself. That's the power you got. It's very small. Look at the power here. This is chosen by the Parampara and Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna. Look at the work going on here. There's nothing. No, you can't touch this. Amy, put that song on. You can't touch this preaching. You can't touch this ecstasy. You can't touch these realizations. That's how the Lord's going to get. He's going to show you something here that no one can touch because it's very unique. It's very unique when a representative of Lord Caitanya is here, a real one, not the fakes, not the wannabes. Right there, Govinda? We get the job done. We work on all levels. Cleaning toilets, we go after cleaning toilets. Touching the heavenly, celestial flowers, we do that also. Whatever needs to be done is done here. We wear many hats. Amy Rose says, you are in my thoughts and in my heart every day, all the time, so you are never alone in that respect. When am I gonna get together with Fanny and Amy and give them a hug? How do they make so much spiritual advancement? I have never even met the people. Sometimes they should go over there. They should go over see you. See me? What? Look how much spiritual advancement they're making. It's amazing. I'm amazed. I said, well, hey, man, they're doing better, man. They're doing fine like that. How much more spiritual advancement can you make? I mean, like so quick, Actually, our sampradaya is a sampradaya of worshiping the Lord in separation. And we worship the Lord in the book. So anyway, that's what we're doing. But not really, because every day we get together in the same room here. Soon we'll all have goggles and we'll be in the same room. Literally, you'll just feel, hey, you go like this and hey, what'd you do, man? Lalita will come as a 14-year-old gopi. She'll come in with her gopi body in the metaverse. Tom will have his gopi body, a 14-year-old girl. Govinda will come as Lord Shiva's bull. That'll be fun, huh? Amy said, "This makes me so mad. Pedophiles and abusers pretending to be divine. What did they do, The whole world is run by them, Can you imagine? Why should it be surprising that they're not in the Catholic Church or in, the big institutions of Vaishnavism? So that's one of the obstacles we got to get through, right? I have no hatred for them. I'd like to see them, their destination is a terrible thing. So it'd be nice if they come and repent, and it's very easy to repent with Lord Caitanya. All you have to do is admit you got a bunch of bullshit, man, that's been running you, man, and take shelter of the devotees. Many people changed that were very evil when Nityananda was here and when Jesus was here. You think it's going to be any different now? You don't think that their power is here? We got it, babes. You got it, babe. You'll see anybody. This is hope, man. I'll just tell you right out there. I don't care how dastardly you've been. Our Lord can forgive you and forgive everything, and you'll feel it, man. You'll be raised from a lizard consciousness all the way up into one of these celestial beings where you drop down from. Didn't Krishna show that? He picked up a lizard out of the well. What do you think that pastime's all about? You think it's just a friggin' story? This is what we do here. We pick up lizards out of wells. This is the dark well of this world. Picking up the lizards, anything we pick up becomes transformed into the divine form. Maybe he picked up from the lizard from the well, right? Just picked it up, attained his divine form. The trees, he touched trees. The trees got their divine form. Dogs came, and that's the kind of power here. Hey, man, that's what's coming here. We're all coming from the dog class, and look at what's going on here. We were stuck. These gurus had us by their thumbs, manipulating and controlling us, and we knew something was wrong, but we couldn't figure it out. But we figuring it out now, huh? We're not under that. We can help them, pick them out of their mentalities and all of that stuff. Yeah. What is guru? Someone says that, in my opinion, you should like this. And some gurus say, in my opinion, your guru has no own opinion. See, that's it, man. And that's, no, why? Because it's Krishna's opinion devotees take shelter of. That's the power here. Why do you think this preaching's going on? You think it's my opinion. Oh, it's your opinion. When people say, oh, that's your opinion. Even in our Sangha, some people say, oh, that's just your opinion. Oh, yeah. See? No, I don't take shelter of my opinion that I would have gotten from the world and speculated teachers and Eckhart Tolle's teaching me and the Buddhists teaching me, and the Vaishnava motivated religionists teaching me. Not my no. The opinion that you get by purifying, by getting, chanting the holy name in ecstasy. And then you look at the book, man, you see it as it is. Okay? That's why you're getting that opinion. You're starting to see that opinion. See, and you see the shelter, you see the strength in it. That's the strength here is giving the opinion of the Lord. That's what was Prabhupada's strength. He gave the opinion, uncompromising. You guru is a resident of Vrindavan. Oh, how dare you become guru? You're not a resident of Vrindavan. You go against your guru saying that. Hey, Acharya Dev, come before us and show us you're a resident of Vrindavan. It's very, very easy. We know the standard. We'll teach you the standard. It seems like you don't know. Hey, Radhanath, you come here and show us that you're a resident of Vrindavan. Isn't that your guru? Oh, are you a hypocrite? Your guru said a spiritual master is a resident of Vrindavan. Show us that you're a resident of Vrindavan. We'll show you where residents. I'll show you my disciples are even residents. Even before they're so-called perfect. Doesn't matter. My Lord is making residents of Vrindavan. You can bring all the shit that you have still inside to Vrindavan, and Krishna will take care of it by meeting you every day, like he meets with you every day here. And by it all goes. You realize, oh, let me take shelter of this more. Let me let that go. Okay? But you got to have a garage sale. This is what I was chanting. This is some practical stuff too. You got to know what you're holding on to. When you have a garage sale of old things that you've been accumulating dust. You got to go through the closets, right? You got to go through the closets and look. Oh, I've been carrying this. It's been in my closet. Oh, I don't need this. Put it in the free box. That's what's going on here too. Don't think, that this is a bad thing. Oh, this conflict and all this problem. Hey, man, it's a part of going into the closets and look. Oh, look at this. I don't need this. Okay, this causes me misery. If anybody's unhappy here, it's not anybody doing it. It's what you're holding on to causing the reaction. That's all. And it doesn't mean that it's just, oh, okay. Why would any ecstatic devotee? I had to go through this. This is causing me acting. I still go through it. Oh, look, I'm holding on to this idea. Oh, this makes me miserable. Okay, in the free box. We all got to do this. You might have to express it so you can see what's in the closet. You can't see what's in the closet. You got to shine a light on it. Put your awareness on it. That's why these things come up. So you can basically, it's so you can look at it and say, oh, look at this. That's been making me miserable. Okay, free box. So, it's a process. Yeah, Guru has only one opinion, the same opinion which was expressed by Krishna. See, that comes by purification. If you're not an ecstatic devotee, how can you do that? How can you have Krishna's opinion? You got all this garbage inside still, and then you look at the book and you have no relation. You can't relate to that opinion. That opinion has to be in you, and otherwise, you look at the books and you speculate in your mind what it is and everything. It's purification you need. See, blessed are those who are pure in heart, they shall see God. That's the opinion of Krishna. That's the deep opinion in the Bible that Paul was saying to an extent. And a more extent here through Lord Chaitanya's grace with his devotees. This is the power of this preaching here, because you're hearing such an opinion that's very clear because of ecstatic worship for a long time. That opinion, it causes a birth in people. It nourishes their bhakti even afterwards. And then you become like that. You become not just a spiritual teacher who carries some stuff. See, spiritual teacher, the only thing is the stuff you carry. It slants your understanding and you can't think. Okay? And as it matures and as you put the stuff in the free box, gradually you become a spiritual master. You see things very clearly. Not through the eyes of different things that you put in the free box. So anyway, that's the process. Yeah, Vyasa say or not, it does not say that is my opinion. He has given his own opinion. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. A lot of people think that's ego, false ego. Oh, you say that's Krishna's opinion. Everybody says that, right? See? Everybody says that. Oh, all the devotees, they say, well, my guru gives Krishna's opinion. How do you know? How do you differentiate? Oh, yeah, that's easy. By their fruits they shall be known. Go ahead, Lilita. Oh no, he's saying yes. He was agreeing. Yeah, by their fruits they shall be known. If your opinion is Krishna's opinion, oh, that means you got some very potent sperm count, transcendental sperm count, and this kind of sperm goes into your ear and into your heart if you listen attentively and you really want that result from the desire tree of the devotee, which is love of Krishna. See, that goes in there, and the Lord is born of the Word, not of flesh and blood. See, the word of a real resident, the real opinion of Krishna is very powerful. It fathers us. See, and the real opinion of Krishna is also glorifies the mother. See, glorifies devotion, doesn't she? You notice how a lot of these Vaishnavas, they don't glorify the mother. They glorify their speculative father that they can't have because the mother isn't born in them. The child, the Radha, the devotion. Therefore, they speculate on the father's, speculate on the father, the opinion of Krishna. The opinion of Krishna is very simple, man. Take shelter of those who are dear to Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna. Take shelter of their opinion. Because they do, I do. I take shelter of what I see, what the Lord shows me. And I know it's not speculation because it makes me more happy than anything in this world. Any other opinion in this world. Better than the opinion of the Dalai Lama. Look at him. He just gets you to go take your poison shot. Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm glad I don't get his opinion, man. That's where it leads you. See, what is the Lord? This is the time. This is the end times. It's the end of the bullshit, man. You've been bullshitted by the Dalai Lama. Yeah, that's true. They did. Yeah, he's been, bullshitting. Everybody's bullshitting. Everything is a knife in the back. The mode of goodness is a knife in the back. You're never going to be good enough. Never, never, never. I was telling one devotee, hey, hey, man, you're ecstatic devotee. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, man, You're a sovereign person, sovereign citizen of the spiritual world. You're not indebted to the demigods. You're not indebted because all you have to do is worship Krishna in ecstasy and put the stuff in a free box that's making you miserable. That's it. You spend your whole time now, worshiping God, the Lord in ecstasy and putting the stuff in the free box that makes you miserable. If anything makes you miserable, put it in the free box. Oh, okay. And maybe get clear on what it is, of course, and say, okay, well, this is making me miserable. I'm not going to take shelter of this idea anymore or this, understanding. No, I'm going to take shelter of Krishna's understanding more. See, we do that more. You get a new habit. It's like working out. See, they work out in the gym, they get more buff, right? More muscles and more, six packs and all that. Well, you do that here. We just keep working out in the spirit gym here. And we get more buff and more strong, right? And the weakness, we just causes a little weakness. Don't need it. Boom, boom, boom. Free box, free box. You fill the whole thing out and you put it out there. And there's plenty of less intelligent people who grab all that stuff. We don't need it. What do you think, Govinda? Is this on the money or is this practical?
It's practical stuff. It's right on the money. It's right on the money.
Oh, just a second. My sound is down. Just 1 second here. Okay, go ahead there.
it's really, really, really practical stuff. It's right on the money. Right on the money. It's this is the center of Krishna consciousness here in Witherspoons actually today, and in Mexico.
Oh,
And,
yeah, really? Oh, wow.
yeah, you know, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Getting this stuff out is great. Just get it out, leave it on the table, and walk away from it. But like, because I just haven't got the heart to berate anybody anymore, even shout at their stuff, because it causes me harm. What I said,
Yeah.
I cannot afford to have resentments to anybody. I can't afford it because it's hurting my heart. It keeps me attached to the modes of nature. It keeps me attached to this world. I can't. It's causing me pain, not the other person.
Yeah.
It's not the other
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. It causes, yeah.
It's the illusion. It's the illusion. This person's doing this to me, that to me, etc., etc. No, we're doing it by identifying, giving our time to that. We have to take distance if necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had a wonderful day yesterday in Nottingham. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, you went to Nottingham. All right. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, I feel so sweet towards all the devotees, all of them.
Yeah.
Pani, Noodles, all of the devotees, Karuna, all of them, Rangaleka, they're all so sweet. And to be together, and for Philip, it was a really big thing because he's been on his own for quite a long time. He's benefiting from the association, so I feel so fortunate to be able to do this. I
Who's been on their
just,
own? Who's been on their own for a long time?
Philip,
Oh, Philip. Yeah.
yeah, and he's he's um he's yeah, he's benefiting so much. I like what you said also about doing things from different angles. You know, we're doing from all angles of vision. Sometimes the philosophy is too much for people, so poetry or pantomime, even many angles of vision.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get there. It's just a matter of.
We'll get there, yeah. And I
But
think,
we're already there.
yeah,
See, the thing is,
we're
we're
there.
already there. But
Yeah,
get more there.
fine tuning. I think we all need fine tuning. I'm also learning myself to let go of stuff. Just let go of stuff, and always it comes back to looking at the devotion the devotee has. Not that they do this, do that. My gosh, Karuna does so much stuff up there that's really fantastic. I'm looking at that. He's very musical, very creative. He's putting your classes on many different formats. He's always at service for the devotees, taking Rangaleka here, there. He's a pleasure to be around. You know, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the devotion, and that's it.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So you got to a point where you can do more of that. Yeah. You get the stuff that's in the way of that. That's all. I think it's kind of a cleaning out process going on there, which is nice. And then you're not bothered by it. You're not triggered by all these people's things, faults and stuff.
Yeah,
Really,
and and also, if we have something, just to see our part in something. There's an example of how people stay at my house when I've been in recovery. They've drank, they've used drugs, but I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at my part in it, how I reacted to them. Like I took someone's car keys and I threw them in the road, and I dissed their girlfriend and shouted at them. I'm looking at that. I'm not looking at they stayed in my place and took drugs and drink and the place because I invited them in there. The onus is on me. I'm only looking at my part in anything, and
you know,
then I
maybe
make. Yeah, yeah.
maybe it would be good to for you to try. Well, this what do you call it? Option to do like a because you can do it like if you get this this is free for you guys for you over there too, is this, what is this thing called? This restream thing, and or even a Zoom actually might even be better. It's free, I think, for you, and do it like for even the devotees here. Invite them if they want to learn this skill of letting go, and because obviously when you look at Govind, when I look at Govind, I say here's a person who has expertise. He's loving, he's ecstatic, and he's able to appreciate more, without being triggered and all that. Maybe some devotees here might want to learn that skill so they're not so divisive, because it's only because of what's inside us that causes that. And we might, I mean, if we want to be more family type thing, without being burned out being a family, well, I'm doing so much and I'm just, there's another way to relate to we're not burned out. See, and I think Govinda is an experienced person where it can help us get there, because you're doing it. See, you're manifesting that kind of thing. You go over there in the thick, you got Karuna there, you got Rangaleka stuff there, you got Karuna stuff there, you got river stuff there, and yet you're dancing with it, and you're feeling good. Yeah, go ahead, Lalita.
I really don't experience that Govinda is not triggered. I don't feel that. He wouldn't have reacted on me in that way if he was not triggered. So I don't feel, it doesn't resonate with my heart, really.
So wouldn't react which way?
Aggressive in an aggressive way. It's a little bit. I was not the one who was resenting anybody. I didn't come to you to complain. I got a complaint on my side and I had to defend myself. I did not come, Guru Dev. They did this and they did it. I tolerate also, and I wait until it's finished. I tolerate, but I'm not the one who's making the fights. But yeah, when you start to shout about me, then I also come and say, hey, oh, stop it. Let me defend myself a little bit. But I don't have then Govinda put more weight on the whole situation. I don't have the impression that he's completely in peace. That's not how I see Govinda.
So what do you say? What is your point of view? Through your side effects.
I'm chilled out. I'm going to go to the bar and have another non-alcoholic drink and carry on. Carry on.
No, I mean,
What about what?
What is she saying about that she doesn't believe that you're not? I don't know. What exactly was that, Lolita? What you're saying that he's not through?
I see Govinda. He was the one who called very aggressively Shamagori a hypocrite, and more than that, he was the one who did that, not me. He's not that soft as he shows himself, not at all.
Oh, so what are you saying? What do you say to that? She's talking to you there, too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but I've let go of that. Things move fast. I've let go of that. There was that, and I made my amendment to Sharmagori. I said sorry to Sharmagori for calling you a hypocrite. I said I'm sorry for having a rough tongue. I'm sorry because I felt it in my heart. That's what I was talking about when I just shared. I'm looking at my part in something, looking at Sharmagori's things that she sent. I'm looking at my part in something, and I said to her, you're a hypocrite. I did say that, so I apologized to her. So I look at only my part in something. That's all I'm looking at. Now I feel better. I feel at peace with Sharmagori. So I only look at my part. So I feel peace now.
What do you think there?
That's okay, Govinda, but it would be nice if you would not judge about things that other people experience that you did not have experienced yourself. You can't judge about something. You did not have that same relationship. You can't judge about those things, and you come inside and you cut with your knife. You're really very aggressive, you know. And then you say, "I only see my part," but now I tell you your part. You're sometimes very aggressive. Did you apologize to me for what you did 2 days ago? No.
No, we're talking about. I was talking to you for the benefit of. It might be necessary for you to put in boundaries. You are feeling that you're talking to somebody for 3 to 4 hours. I'm suggesting only that you put in a boundary, and that's merely what I'm suggesting. I don't think it's aggressive to have a discussion. I think if you want to know what a knife in the back is, then it's not a discussion that we're having. We're having a discussion in a friendly way. Aggression to me is it's not discussions between devotees. There's the snowflake society that we live in. We're having a discussion. Aggression and knife in the back is you go to a football game of Millwall and West Ham or something. That's aggression. We're having a discussion here.
Verbally aggression is something else. It exists as well.
This is not aggression. I'm sharing my experience in 12-step fellowship. I was suggesting to you put boundaries in because I identified with you. If you remember, your suffering, it seemed to me, I identified with that because I was also suffering when I did a lot of things for people in my early recovery. Because I had no experience of, I lived like an alcoholic and a drug addict for so many years. When I came into temples and Alcoholics Anonymous, I felt I had to do everything for everybody. So I cleared the house, take them to the airport, give them my whole day. So I was making the comparison between maybe you're speaking to devotees for 4 hours. I was making an identification. I'd drive somebody to the airport, I'd come out to the car park, and I would pick up the £20 ticket for the car parking. So I was saying that as an identification with compassion for your situation, suggesting if it's difficult for you to talk on the telephone to devotees for 3 to 4 hours, then perhaps just say to them, like I also had to learn, it's a bit too much for me. You know, so we have to put in a boundary. So when I spoke yesterday, I was speaking from a place of compassion. I don't feel there's a necessity to apologize. I'm sharing you my experiences of walking the same path. That's all. There's no aggression. We're having a discussion in a 12-step fellowship scenario. It's not aggression. It's not a knife in the back. You know.
No, I didn't say that was a knife in the back. I did not say that was a knife in the back.
Okay, but not being aggressive. I'm sharing you from a perspective of 12-step fellowship recovery from drink and drug addiction. That's all. That's all.
The way you did it really cut at my heart. The way you did, I was not in the mood. I was already attacked like anything, and then you came with that. It was not a real support, like devotees should support. I didn't feel supported at all.
That's fine. That's your side of the street. That's fine. Your side of the street. Your side of the street.
It was always my
That's
side
fine.
of the street.
That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. I accept that. I have total acceptance. That's fine.
And it's not the first time, you know.
What? That's fine. Whatever you feel, express. Carry on.
No, it's okay. Many devotees supported me. They say, yeah, we saw well, Govinda, that he interrupted like this. This was really. I was not the only one who was. I was really not the only one. Many have seen that.
I'm not swayed by numbers. I'm sharing principles before personality. Principle before the personality. Principles. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if it's that instance the other day where I saw that Govinda was sharing his, like he said, I think he's pretty accurate with this. But maybe there was a little bit because we're human beings. It's not like soft, completely soft spoken. But he was actually in his heart doing that, sharing, because and it's like maybe you picked up the little bit of the edge, like. And sometimes we have that edge trying to get it out, it's just, yeah. But but in essence, I could see what he's saying there in that instance. He's sharing. He could relate to you. Yeah, yeah. I was like this. I also did. I did and I did and I did and I got burnt out. And yeah. So that was what he's saying. I did see myself, but I did see what you were see that little edge. But I mean, for me, I would look over it. I did look over the edge and just saw that what he's saying. But maybe that's something that maybe triggered you a little bit because it's something that's an issue for you.
He cannot judge about the building up situation of somebody who always get, I can't say it in English, maybe Tom can help me. Somebody always get het deksel op de neus in een conversatie. Elke keer het deksel op de neus krijgen. Op de duur kunnen niet meer ademen. En dat is mijn ervaring geweest. En Govinda weet daar niks van. Hij weet daar niks van.
Yeah, what is that?
Deksel op de
Can you
neus?
translate what she's saying?
Do you know what it means in English?
I don't know.
I think you're blocked there, Tom.
Yeah, I'm searching in my memory how to explain in English. To be targeted. She feels she's targeted. She's getting the energy of receiving the energy
Of what?
Yeah, it is. I'm just trying to explain the expression.
Yeah, yeah. Being targeted.
She has to say of what?
Yeah, yeah. Targeted of who? Govinda targeting you in certain cases, or no?
No.
Okay, well,
If you have conversations with people and they cut every conversation, every time they control it, they start the conversation and they control when it's finished. When they have enough, finish.
right.
These are not satisfying conversations. These conversations burn you out. I explained it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got that. Okay. So it's usually kind of long. It's right. It's a kind of a long conversation usually, and then they cut it. When they're
even short conversations. People who have the need to have a conversation, and when they got their vitamins, they say bye bye, finished, and very, very. And I also wanted to say something. It was my. Communication is not a monologue. It's something.
Right.
It's an exchange. Something that flows. And if it never flows, it makes me very tired.
Tired. Yeah. Or does there some other feeling? Maybe angry or something, or do you like
left alone, cut off, really cut off.
Like abandoned, maybe. Abandoned? Is that
well, like somebody who says, "Yeah, but I'm completely not interested in you." It doesn't interest me. I did my thing now. You listen to me. You want to say me so. No, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Now I have to do something else.
Well,
See?
did you tell the person that?
Yeah,
Yeah. How many times do you engage in a conversation with the same person that does that?
daily.
Daily. Why do you allow it to go on? Doesn't
Too
sound
much,
like it makes you feel good. I mean, huh?
too much patience. Too
Oh.
much hope that one day it will get better
Oh.
and knowing
Yeah,
how to handle it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it doesn't seem to be working. See, that's like something that's not working. And you try, it sounds like, and if you're trying to tell the person, listen, I don't want to, I don't like one-way conversations and like this.
Yeah,
And
that's it. That's the word. Yeah.
yeah, so, okay, see, again, who's responsible for letting it go on? You. It
Yeah,
all
I know
comes down.
that. I realize that now. I always think, oh, give people a chance, and
Yeah, well, I
yeah,
guess it doesn't work too
no,
much.
it doesn't work.
So, free box,
Yeah, $3.
free box, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what it
mean,
means. $3. What it means? What does it mean?
free box, it's like a garage sale. You ever have a garage sale? And the stuff that you just want to get rid of, you can just put it in the free, let people take it away, whoever wants it.
I
These
never
free,
talked about. Yeah, I never talked about this situation with Maria, but she also wants this nice conversations. And Amy says this as well, and I can communicate very constructive with Amy. For instance, she said it's such an important skill. I am very into that, but it's
yeah,
often a skill we lack. Proper communication skills are something that need to be taught. Not
yeah, yeah,
everybody can do that. Not everybody can say, okay, it's your turn. Let me listen. Oh, yeah. It can be nice. Nice conversation can give you so much vitamins.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
often a major issue in impersonal relationship.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Yeah, yeah, it's important. Yeah. So anyway, that's sounds like something that doesn't work for you in your life, and you have control of that. See, it's not. Don't let that. You don't have to let that program of the way it was. I would just be patient and waiting. Because if it's not serving your happiness. Better to have conversations, and I don't know. You can't force whoever you're having that kind of conversation with to get it, but you can express yourself. You can say, "Hey, well, this is the way it is for me," and you say, "I'm not willing to have a conversation like that anymore." Just it doesn't. Maybe they get it, maybe not, but that's not your problem. You know, it's not your problem you can't carry the weight of everybody's what do you call conditioning on your back. Some people they just have that deficiency, and yeah, I know all of us. We not none of us have the perfect skills for everything, but we can do the best we can while we're in relationships with each other, and just be honest and clear, and know what we can take and what we can't, what works, to get clear about that. Yeah. No, yeah. So, yeah, it's the skill, I
And
guess.
also, yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
also, anybody can do this because all major cities in the world, they have Narcotics Anonymous meetings are open. That means you can go along as a non-addict and you can observe and you can learn. Unfortunately, you can't share if you're not an addict, but you can make friendships and you can learn. There's so many spiritual techniques that Narcotics Anonymous 12-step fellowship offers. Go along and make friends and also share what we're doing on that friendship basis. You'll be able to go to every major city in Europe and you can go out with somebody and have a coffee and go to a meeting. You'll learn life skills. I would say boundaries for all of us with what Lalita's sharing. And I'm only ever sharing from a point of principles before personalities and of compassion. If other people take it as aggression, That's their side of the street. So aggression to me is a different thing. It's somebody putting their boot into somebody's head, using it in the context of devotees talking is a snowflake mentality. I'm not on that tip. I'm sharing from compassion, compassion, and that's it, man. I don't like this. I've seen what real aggression is. I'm having a compassion from a conversation from a place of compassion. To say it's aggressive, you haven't seen aggression, so I'm not aggressive. But your side of the street, if you interpret it as that, that's fine. I accept it.
I was very weak at that moment, Govinda. I was really put in a corner, and then I couldn't handle what you were doing. It was too much.
I understand that. I understand that because most people haven't an experience of 12-step fellowship, and I think it would benefit devotees so much. And yeah, I'm quite willing to do a 12-step fellowship thing as a sideline to what we do. I'll try to get Zoom or something devotees can come into it. But also devotees can take the opportunity to go to meetings. There will be one in Ostend, one in major cities. So, but yeah, I understand your side of the street, Lolita. I see where you're coming from, you know. I accept that. I understand where you're coming from.
You don't know me, Govinda. You don't know anything about me. Nothing. Nothing.
Well, I identify with you spending 4 hours talking to people because I did similar. Anyway, be nice to talk some Leela now. If people might, some Leela would be nice.
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to say too first before is like Lolita says, you don't know anything about me. Well, that's why we're here now, is people to share more about what they are, because it's obviously important, important. And yeah, go ahead.
I had a little bit of a relationship with Govinda, and then he went to Mayapur. I wrote him every day. He never wrote me back. I gave it up. So you think you feel rejected? You say, "Well, oh my God, yeah, he doesn't want to talk to me." Finished. We had nice conversations. Suddenly, it was finished. Every day, no answer. I wouldn't do that. I would say to somebody, "Listen, I have no time for you." I would explain that, but no answer. So yeah, then.
What about that there, Govinda? Were you aware of that, or?
Yeah, I'm aware of that because Lolita's mentioned it before, and I've said I didn't see my text. I was not technically equipped. I didn't see the text. I've explained that, but you don't remember that. But it's okay. No big deal.
No. In the videos, Yamuna was saying, and I have everyday conversations with Govinda. That was not that. There was something, but I don't know what. Not interested. I don't know. I don't
know what? It could be a technical thing because I don't get Govinda's stuff all the time. I can't even comment on his things. So there's some kind of could be a glitch, whereas you get certain devotees things and not. I also have that on my messenger. Sometimes I don't get everything, or I get so many I can't see everything. It's like if I didn't get that email from you, I wouldn't have seen this thing. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of like a technical. It could be that. Yeah. What about now? I mean, talk about making amends. I mean, if you see, instead of maybe holding on to the way it was, how about now having a fresh start? Like maybe
I don't hold on that. I don't hold on. I just say, okay, I accept. I don't hold
so,
on.
Govinda, what about now? Is it possible would you like to have more of a development of communication? Or
yeah, I'm willing. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe try again, because this is very dynamic. We're also changing and moving forward, and that's why we gotta practice too, like kind of letting go the way it was, because it does change. I also I think, well, it was like this before, but it may not be like that now. Got to check it out. Continually checking. Yeah. So anyway, maybe just communicate more a little bit. I think that would be healing, right? Healing for the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So why don't you read us some Leela? You got anything there, Govinda? Anything you want to read? Or you're kind of walking. Looks like you're kind of walking somewhere.
Unfortunately, I haven't got any Leela with me. Usually I have, and I would like to read some. It's in the sunshine. The sun's really nice.
Yeah.
I haven't got any Leela. I just.
Okay, I'll just start reading, and maybe Lalita can read something too. All right, so I'll start reading something. Anyway, I think this is good. We need to, kind of air things out a little bit.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I actually, you got me interested. I think I want to go to one of these meetings. I think that might help my skills with relating to people more in the world here. Like I go to people and, that might be nice, expand my horizons a little bit here. Yeah.
That's fantastic, okay. That'd be fantastic, man. I think there's so much a scope to share Caitanya Lila. Not always directly in the meetings. Yes, you can, but to some extent, you'd have so many friends, all the devotees in all the different places around the world, to go to a meeting and learn.
Yeah, I bet there's these meetings here because there's so many alcoholics in these kind of places.
Guru Maharaj, I've got a dear friend of mine who's in Playa at the moment. He's a nice friend of mine. He's in recovery.
Oh,
he's
really?
over there. Yeah. He's a medium, actually. He's a very nice devotee. He's a nice lad. He's a medium.
Oh. Yeah, you should. Yeah. So I'm going to look into this. I'm going to check it out. Maybe give your friend's name to me or something somehow, so I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I think starting this kind of thing would be, nice on our. I mean, for those who want to. I mean, to me, this is an integration thing, and I think it's very important. I mean, you're an example of this working. Whatever you're doing, because you're doing the spiritual thing and you've done this and it's helping you in reaching out and reaching people and loving them as they are, and so that's your testament for this to be working. And it's great. Okay, we'll read something now. Gauranga. Hello, everybody. See what everybody's saying here. My closets are the wild soup process. I'm very happy. Good morning. Yeah. Wow, a lot of comments. That's great. See, get things going here. Oh, we have a request that Lalita read. You read us something. No?
Who said that? Who asked that?
Well, the guy that I should listen to more, Karuna. He has good insight.
Oh, Karuna, come on, man. Oh, man.
Hey, I tell you, that guy has a kind of a wisdom. I'm finding that. Even, who told me that was River. She told me this Karuna, it's got some kind of wisdom. And I'm starting to see she's right. Everybody's got their gift here. Yeah, go ahead and read some. You can read, you can read where I was, chapter
9.
Yeah, chapter 9. Go on, just go on with it. It's a beautiful chapter, one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Sure.
Okay, starting from verse 1? Or?
Oh, by the way, thank you, Lalita, for sharing, for being, open to share.
Yeah. I hope it's not this process, Lalita. It's not going continue for weeks now because I did not ask for that. It
No,
started
no,
a
no.
few days ago.
Yeah, yeah, no. I'm
I'm not
sure it'll.
jumping from joy, and I'm not waiting for it actually. Or otherwise, I wonder why me. Did you also do that with others? I never seen that. That to the slaughtering. Now this one, I never saw this before, so I wonder why. But yeah, I share. I defend my this time. You taught me you have the responsibility to respond, and I take this responsibility. I didn't know I was allowed to respond. I thought I had to swallow, but yeah, you said it was different, so I do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, still, again, like I was saying, you got to trust your heart, what you can do, what you can't do, or what is right for you or not. It's like, see, like for me, in what I'm doing here is I'm teaching the spiritual principles and all these things, but then we have these dynamics of our, integrating and also what we're carrying and all that stuff, and how to what we can process, what we can, what's for us, what isn't, So and anyway, it's a dynamic. It's dynamic here. It'll all work out ultimately because we got Krishna. We got the Lord, and He's helping us. So go ahead, read. No problem.
Okay. Thank you. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across the great ocean. Oh glories, to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is known as Gaurahari. Oh glories to Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. Oh glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, headed by Srivasa Thakura. In order to fulfill all my desire, I remember their lotus feet. I also remember the six Goswamis, Rupa, Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunatha, Sri Jiva, Gopala Bhatta, and Dasa Raghunatha. It's by the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's by it's by the mercy of all those Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
And
Whether
that's
I
that's the essence. Without the mercy of these Vaishnavas and gurus, we cannot write or speak properly. See, that's mercy is not just mercy, superficial. You know how people they speak words, just words. Mercy, give me mercy. What kind of mercy? Mercy, like parrots. By the mercy. What is that mercy? What is that grace? What is grace? Grace is is the spiritual dimension, the spiritual world, the overshadowed by that ecstatic truth about the Lord, Satchidananda. That's the mercy, by their mercy. Otherwise, how can you write what they know? Because they're embodiments of that bliss and ecstasy and truth. That's the mercy, and that's what. See, Prabhupada said, if your god brother has the special mercy of their guru, and he's talking about a Bhakti Siddhanta type guru, not one of these wannabes now. Okay? If they have the special mercy, then they should be treated almost on the same level as guru. They should be treated equally, actually, but almost on the same level as your guru. Why did he say that? And what is that mercy? Again, you have the same ecstatic love that your guru has in a mature stage, and you have the same mindset, the same mentality. Their word is Krishna's word, just like it was to them. See? That's the mercy. People need to identify what is the mercy of Guru. They don't know this. Who has ever heard this before? Who's ever explained it? It's all words, just words, and they put it in the books, the explanations that nobody understands because they're not an embodiment of that mercy. They're not embodiment of ecstasy. They're not embodiment of that truth that awakens these things in people. It awakens the spiritual world in people. We define everything. You want to get beyond superficial nature of just a rule follower, ceremonies. We don't even know what the ceremony is about. You offer the flame. You don't know what the flame is about. You don't know what the water in the conch is about. You don't know that those are supposed to be your tears ultimately. You don't know what the dry wafer is representing, the body of the Christ. It's just to you as a dry friggin' wafer with a little wet grape juice, which is the wine, is the ecstasy. I'm going to knock you off if I hear anything. If you keep getting in my way there, Karuna. So watch out. And you won't be able to get back on either, because I know I have my methods.
He also has his methods. Be careful.
Hey, it doesn't matter. I have my method. He won't get on until I say so. Yep. No, well, I no, because we have an arrangement there. So anyway, be quiet now. That's right, pout. Okay. Yeah. So what was I talking about here?
About the mercy.
Mercy. Yeah. So anyway, defining everything. That's the beauty of this. See, to unlock the codes. That's what's, there's a guy now. It's very interesting. His whole life now and empowerment was to unlock the codes of the what's going on in the world. The demon codes and all that stuff, and he tells you what everything is about, what's going on in the Maya. That was his gift. See, he gives a certain kind of empowerment, but who's going to unlock the codes for the world of the Chaitanya Lila and Krishna Lila and the Bhagavad Gita? These are all coded. See, and that's the reason why people don't have deep enlightenment is the code. Nobody's spoken those codes. The book is speaking the codes, but you don't understand. They have to be spoken to you by a person who understands those codes. Why understand? Because of ecstatic worship. Deep level unlocks the codes. Otherwise, you don't know. It's so funny. Who should I listen to in this world? Who is my real benefactor in this world? People don't know. They think, well, let's just go to Guru because they're Guru. They got the clothes on. They've been appointed by the clerks in their big organization. They don't know. It's right there in the codes. Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. They have the real understanding. Why wouldn't you want to go to somebody with real understanding? They have the real knowledge. Why wouldn't you want to go to somebody that has the real essence of knowledge? But nobody knows the codes. That's why the only hope for the people is we have the book Bhagavad, is a devotee Bhagavad who breaks down the codes, unlocks the codes, unlocks the safe so you can, there's the path. There's the truth. Okay? Otherwise, everybody's bumping into walls. See, we have that's why Prabhupada wrote his book so intently. You can watch it in the Lilamrita. He was doing all kinds of stuff, but he always made time for translation. Always made time. It was his priority. Translation. Why? For this time. Okay? Because we're breaking the codes now. Everything that was hidden, this is the perfect time to give Lord Chaitanya's mercy now, because this is the time when everything that's been hidden is being shouted from the rooftops. This is their time to get into the kingdom of God. It's an opportunity time. Just like here in the world, like in the world, in the crypto industry, they have the same idea. There's a time when everything is just opportune to get in, yeah, and then everything goes. This is this time. It's the opportune time to enter the kingdom of God. And when the door is shut, it's shut. When you don't have when you don't have the book Bhagavat and a devotee Bhagavat teaching you the confidential message of the book Bhagavat and the confidential mysteries, the kingdom of God, the door is shut. You don't get in. You'll be bewildered by the Lord's Maya. The Lord's Maya is everywhere. We cannot do it on our own. We got to be saved. And that's the whole thing. People who are unwilling to be saved. And I shake my head. Oh, you don't want to be saved. Okay, well, then you just stay out there and let Maya teach you. Let your so-called God teach you. Let's see how much power, you need to see how much power your gods have. Okay? This is what it comes down to, is when you worship the true Lord, see, which is presented by the true vine, the Lord's real representative, you can very easily get into that kingdom. Just like butter, you just go right in. Look at it, everybody's in here, regardless of our problems that we have and everything. They're manageable now because of our Lord. We know the priority. Go ahead, Lalita.
Mhm. Yeah, I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower. and enjoyer of his fruits. He himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna.
That's the real, and that has to be the real guru. They're like that. If you're not like that, there's no garden again. There's no transcendental devotional garden. You have to come to the point where the Lord empowers you to be that tree. He says, I'm going to use this person to develop a new garden that it was here before. Otherwise, that you notice that garden wasn't here. And for 550 years, mainly, maybe in little pockets, maybe Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and his disciples. But that kind of garden wasn't grown in this world. It's very, very unique. It has to have these qualities. Read those qualities again.
He himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower.
Yeah, are you a tree of this transcendental love? Can people look at you and see that this person is a real tree? Like a tree is solid, rooted in the ground, right? Rooted, everything is there and growing luxuriantly. Got fruits on there. Are you like that? See, that's what you're. That's. I guess we have a very high standard of guru here, huh? You got to be that with fruits on that tree. The fruit of what fruit? A specific fruit. You ever see fruit trees? This is an orange tree. This is an apple tree. See? Oh, and where's the devotional tree in this world? Where's the tree of pure devotion in this world? You ever thought about that? I never thought about it. Where's the tree of pure devotion in this world? That should be the question on everybody's mind. Well, I'm a tree. I'm Guru Dev of Vrindavan. Yeah. Well, where's the fruit? Where's the fruit of Vrindavan? What is the fruit of Vrindavan? That's the special love of Vrindavan. Where's this ecstatic devotion with its symptoms? Where's a tree with that has a, you go to that tree, the desire tree, right? Vaishnavas who are really from Vrindavan, they're a desire tree for that fruit. You go and you pick, and that's the fruit you get. Where do you get that? See, only with somebody empowered by Lord Caitanya. See? And then you pick the fruit and you eat the fruit, and then as you're getting purified and getting clear, you see, wow, my Lord's enjoying these fruits, and I'm here as I'm his devotee also. Enjoying with the Lord, have a nice picnic in Vrindavan. And you realize that, and that's when you become the tree for the Lord. See? Your Lord said, oh, I can use a guy like you or a gal like you. See? That has to be here again. And that's when love of God is appear publicly again. That's why this is working publicly. You notice people coming? Isn't that amazing? You see how one by one they're coming. Look at Dustin Ford. Where did he come from? There's so many here coming, or during the day sometimes. There's Dustin, Daphne. Look, Daphne's come. She's a new person, right? New. Who else? Who else we got here? Yeah, I got a lot of dust. Sini Ram comes now. He likes this. Amy Rose. So many new people coming. Fernando. And he writes long messages now. That's really great.
Yeah.
I don't see any flip flopping either. No, man.
No, finished.
He's more steady too now.
Yeah. We are getting very close friends.
See, it's working. See, the tree of devotion is here again. Don't tell anybody out there. Don't tell Radhanath or we get too busy here. We have too many people to deal with. Don't tell them. Keep it. Shh. Don't tell Jaipata. He definitely has too many disciples. Don't know. No. Go to do your ceremonies for another one. We're busy over here. We got too much work.
We have so many devotees.
No, you guys stay over there. No. No, just look at all the dirt here. Oh, we got so much dirt. Everybody, just look at the dirt. We're sahajas. We're speculators. No, yeah. So we just keep it manageable here. We got enough to deal on our plate now. But still, 20 people. Look, we got 20 people watching. Uh-oh. Yeah. Go ahead, read on.
Freddy says Radhanath has his own variety tree. So it's gardener and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. Lord Caitanya thought, my name is Vishvambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of Godhead.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? The Lord is the enjoyer of the fruits of this tree. This tree is devotion, and he's the enjoyer of it. But yet he wants to fill the world with love of God. See? Isn't that how can you find a more magnanimous person than God, than actually Lord Caitanya? Not just any God, not any God. Krishna Vrindavan wasn't like that. He was the enjoyer of the fruits with his devotees there. But where do you find a manifestation of the Lord who wants to fill the whole universe with devotees, enjoying the fruits with him and tasting what he tastes? Where you can look at the verses. I mean, I'm looking at that verse and I can say, hey, Krishna, given me the power to relate to the verse. Oh, yeah, he sees the glories of Radha's love and hankers after happiness of Radha's love and wants to taste the understanding she gets from her. I feel like that every day. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Lord Caitanya. More so, Krishna wasn't given that to anyone and everyone, but the Lord Caitanya and his devotees are given to anyone. Aren't we given? I got the order from Prabhupada. Give this to anyone and everyone. Oh, Amy came along. Dustin's coming along. Whoever comes along, River comes along. Lalita comes along. So many people are coming along. And you're getting the same kind of love that Rupa Goswami has. Can you believe? They can't believe it. Narayan Raj would roll over in his grave if he seen what was going on here. What, you get the same love as Rupa? No, in many lifetimes. This lifetime, even as we are. Can you imagine? How can you get a more magnanimous God than Lord Caitanya, giving us these kinds of things? They're turning over all the horn of plenty, all the treasure to us, and we are just. You think it's just words when Lord Caitanya told Nityananda, go and give this love of Vrindavan even to the lowest persons? We are an example, living examples of getting that love, even though we're the lowest persons. Unbelievable. It's hard to believe in our own Sangha. What, you don't think, Lalita, she has her stuff. River's got her stuff. I got my stuff. We all got stuff still. But the Lord ain't stopping giving us this love, is he? He just increases every day. Unbelievable. Amazing. Who would not worship such a magnanimous God when you hear the thing explained? Who would follow any other path in the mercy of Lord Caitanya that's being deluged here on everybody? It doesn't make sense. It's insane to follow anything else. What a result do you get there, right, Lalita? Can you get such a result like this?
No.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Oop. Shh. We don't want to be overwhelmed now with too many people coming. I should hold my peace. Like the Illuminati. They don't want to tell everybody. See, they go like this because they don't want anybody to know how terrible they want to make miserable. They want to make people. Don't tell them. We don't want to tell everybody how happy you could be. Because if you hear this, you're going to get the greatest treasure in the world. You're going to get the happiness of God. You're going to know who God is. Can you imagine knowing who God actually is, to know he's got an actual personality and to be able to exchange dialogue with that Lord? Who wouldn't want that? Go ahead, Lalita, read on.
Thinking is in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter, and he began to grow a garden in Navajit. Thus the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth, and he became its gardener. He sowed the seed and sprinkled upon it the water of his will.
See, he sowed the seed. This is what Jesus said. He said, you don't believe my word? That my word is potent? That my word is true? How about the fruits that the Father is doing? See, this is devotional service in a nutshell. By their fruits they shall be known. See, he sowed the seed. See, the seed is the word. And he sprinkled the water of his will. See, the water of his will is the growth. If you put a seed, if you're speaking Krishna consciousness or Vaishnavism, you're teaching. That's your word, right? You're teaching this and teaching that. Or even Raganuga teaching. So Vaidhi teaching will sprout maybe some Vaidhi things, by rules, regular, superficial bhakti. And then you got the Raganugas, so-called Raganugas. They're teaching words of the higher levels of bhakti, but nothing's sprouting. See, the water of the Lord's will isn't upon that tree, is it?
No spirit.
See, the water here, I'm also Gaur, speaking a lot, 365 days a year, right? You guys are also speaking. See, what is the water? Is the water of the Lord's will upon what is being said here and those who are listening? Born of the Word? What? Born of God, born of the Word. See? So the water, the will is that you become devotees. You get the Holy Spirit. You get devotion. That is happening. So this is the place where the Lord is working, because this is the only important thing to the Lord. He wants to fill the universe with love of Godhead. He's working through us. He's showing the world the water of his will is actually here. See, the will is the only valuable treasure. The pearl of great price is this ecstatic devotion. It reveals everything. It takes Krishna's clothes off. It takes all these things in the way of understanding God. See, the water of the Lord's will is on here. He's sprinkling it, and everything is growing. That water makes the devotional trees. They're and the word goes out. It goes into your hearts, and the water of the will, the sprouts of devotion are manifesting in the hearts of people. That's how you got to see these verses are codes for the truth of where the path is, how the path works. Where is the authentic path? Where's the real guru? Where's the false guru? Where's the false acharya? Where's the real acharya? You have to know. Well, where is the water of the Lord's will being sprinkled by the person's words? Look at people who are becoming Luciferians, right? They're becoming devil worshippers. Even anybody who listens to lies and cheats and deception and believes it, you're being deceived. See, right? What happens? You become a Luciferian worshiper. You start to do bad things for yourself. You start to put poison in your body because you believe in those who represent their God. They're your God in that way. See, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was, is, and always will be God. That Word coming from the illusion and those who serve Maya. Their Word bears fruit, and that fruit is death, isn't it? That fruit is unhappiness and misery, isn't it? It's all because that's why Maya is always deceiving and cheating, right? Deceiving, cheating, lying. That's what the Lord's Maya does. Why do you think Jesus said the truth will set you free? What do you think you hear every day? The highest truths. Set us free, even as we are, because we're open to the mercy of the Panchatattva that I teach every day. You're teaching every day by your example. You are all examples of the mercy of the Panchatattva to get this extraordinary love, even though we're dogs. See? And what's the wrong teaching is everything they're teaching out there in religion. Oh no, we're perfect, therefore we're representing the Lord. They ain't no perfect. You can't be perfect enough to satisfy the Lord by your own strength, right? You got to, by the strength of devotees, isn't it? By the mercy of the devotees, by the mercy of the devotees. Do you have that mercy? Well, there'll be symptoms. Go ahead, Lalita, read on.
All glories to Madhavendra Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna. He is the desire tree of devotional service, and it is in him that the seed of devotional service first fructified.
See, I love that. See, it's in him. This is the essence of truth. It's in him, it's always in him. You got to find the real him, the big he, the big I. See, the big I is the Lord. See, that big I was in Madhavendra Puri. It first sprouted. See, that devotion sprouted. It's in him, you see. And Ishvara Puri got that devotion in him. Just like, see, Madhavendra Puri brought it here. He was in that love. It was in him. He was in the Word. The Word bore fruit. The fruit is ecstatic devotion. He was the first to chant that mantra at the time, more or less, in that kind of ecstasy. Because he was in the name, and the name was in him. And therefore, that's a real disciplic line. And Ishvara Puri got that love by being in his guru. That's how the Lord passes the line on. And then Lord Caitanya himself from Ishvarapuri, who had the gift of this devotion, matured. Lord Chaitanya went in his guru and got the same love. That's why he always was dedicated to his guru. He had pure love. That's the proof, man. If you have pure love of Krishna, you'll always be in your guru if they really have it. And there you'll really have it, and you'll be forever. Be in me, I in you, and we in the Father. Isn't that the way it always works? Oh, Cor, you compare yourself with Jesus. Well, you ain't going to see this kind of love anywhere unless you have such a Jesus trip going on here, or a Lord Caitanya trip, or a Nityananda trip. It's got to be that trip. Otherwise, move aside, man. You're in the way of the greatest show on earth. Dustin says, I do say as an outsider, the communication here is very respectful as a whole. It's not found in many places. True. We're unique. It's not found. It's hard to feel not included. Yes, that's right, Dustin. You're included, man. The whole Lord Chaitanya. See, I want to feel the whole universe. See, we're in his mood. The Lord's given us that mood. We want to feel the whole universe. Why not? Everybody. Let's bring in Bill Gates and Fauci too. What the heck? How about even we'll do the miracle? How about let's include Carl Schwab, who wants to lock you down and make you a slave. Put microchips in you. He's even telling everybody and then track and trace everything going on in your buttocks. Even we'll include him too if he's willing. Yes, Lalita, I have also that feeling at times. I hope it can be found the balance. It's frustrating and does affect energies. I try for sharing with us, Lalita. I'll do my best to honor. Yeah, it's just
I don't know who is right.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, basically we're all wounded birds, and we'll all.
I don't. Can you repeat it because I can't read it and I don't understand it. If I
I don't quite. It's something more personal that we don't. I don't understand. You can clarify it there, because I don't understand fully.
It's not anybody of our group.
Yeah, he's kind of a new person, I think. But anyway, he can clarify. If people don't communicate with me, I communicate with my own mind.
Yeah, I don't know why you can read all those comments and I can't read them. I don't know.
Oh, you know why? I think he might be on. He might be on Twitch or something. See, another thing that maybe only I can see because I get to see all of them. Do you see the YouTube comments there, Lalita, on the thing?
No, only some of Facebook, not all of them.
Yeah, I don't get all of Facebook also. Yeah, so I get the comments of everybody. Oh, you know what I can do? Let me try this. I'm going to try something here.
But
The comments you don't see. Okay, tell me if you can see this here. Can you see that now?
yeah.
Okay, so all right, so I'd have to, if I get a comment from somewhere else, I have to put it up. Can you read it pretty good?
This one, yeah.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah. Okay, tree of life, I guess, is not rhetorical. Rhetorical, I understand. Rhetorical, what does that mean, Tom? Rhetorical.
I also don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that word, but I never really looked into it. Seeing, learning the desire tree, the forbidden fruit most. Yes, interesting. Yeah, this fruit of devotion, it's a very specific tree. That's why Jesus said, I'm the true vine. You got to be a vine off of that tree. Lord Chaitanya was that tree of devotion because it all comes from him. Originally, Radha, he's a combined form of Radha and Krishna, which is a tree of this love of the absolute truth in its highest level. Yeah. So this is very amazing, and so the Lord is very, in this incarnate, very magnanimous, and He's working. I mean, it's great. He's working through us. Isn't that what a great privilege? People, if anybody develops faith in this preaching, which I think is pretty easy, I mean, why wouldn't people want the easy peasy way? Why wouldn't everybody want the highest happiness? Why? I mean,
What?
that's what the thing is. It just gets more clearer, I mean, why are we getting, how long did it take me to get 18 to 25 people a day at just each session practically? It's taken years because this tree is very rare. And it takes a while to develop, and the more it develops in us, the more people are attracted. It's the greatest thing. Okay, go ahead, Liddy, to read on.
The seed of devotional service next fructified in the form of Sri Chwarapuri, and then the gardener himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became the main trunk of the tree of devotional service. By his inconceivable powers, the Lord became the gardener, the trunk, and the branches simultaneously.
Yeah, and you see, when you become guru, because I mean, the real guru, the real acharya, you're the empowered version. That's why in chapter 1 of Adi Lila it says the spiritual master, the Lord, when you're ready to be delivered, the Lord comes. It doesn't even say through the spiritual master, which is true, but as the spiritual master. That's called surrender. You surrender to like the light and the ray. What is the difference between the light, it's the sun and its rays?
Same
See,
light.
that's the surrender thing. And the Lord shines His truth clearly through. See, that's the as it is, clearly and beautifully through those kinds of intimate servants. See, those are the ones who worship the Lord in deep ecstatic devotion for a long time. See, and then He shines that light through, even regardless of our failings. Like Paul said, he had a weakness, and then Jesus appeared to him. He says, "Well, I perfect my love through your weakness." See, so that you don't glory in yourself. You think you're so great. Isn't that really the problem with a lot of people, a lot of leaders? They get overwhelmed by the opulence of having authority over people. This is only for God and God's very intimate servants to really have. Otherwise, nobody can help you perfectly being an authority over you. See? Like you guys are coming here so that, and I teach you not to have, this is the authority. The authority is the word of God, and the ecstasy. That's the authority. And once you get there, and that word is nourishing you, and you really got that. And the ecstasy is nourishing you. Okay, you don't need me to tell you how to tie your friggin' shoe. You don't have me to tell you like what is good for you to take at this moment. I may be preaching and preaching, but hey, man, you just keep watering the plant, man. That's it, and everything will be well, right? What else? What else? What else? It's just going to get better and better and better. Fernando, rhetorical in a negative sense means the dynamics of words instead of the dynamic of reality. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to have the dynamic of words as well as reality? Or your words be the reality? I mean, that's where it's all going. These words are in the book. Is this your reality? Are you a devotional tree? Are you the gardener? Are you the taster of the fruits? Well, if that's you, there you go. There's Guru Dave, man. See, that's when the words become the reality. You should ask that. Is Guahari that? See this, and that's what you have to see is it's an internal thing. If the Lord is in you, He makes you that, regardless of what you wear. Everybody, if you're not really like that, you'll use these props to prop yourself up artificially. So the Lord has given me, He says, Gora, I want you to do like this. I'm not going to inspire you to put on dhoti on. He could inspire me any time, right? He could say, hey, Gora, I want you to take sannyas. Gora, I want you to be like this. No, Gora, I just want you to be an ordinary Joe and show how it works. You know, how when you got the Lord, Radha and Krishna inside you and Lord Caitanya inside you, that miracles happen regardless of what you wear. See, we're from the beehive state. See? So that's what He's doing with all of us. We're all, in sculpture, being sculpted by the Lord. It's great, man. Work together. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I need a little break now. I don't know about you guys. Lalita's probably exhausted. All right. So why don't we take a little break for a while? And thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. We have a great show on earth today. Another great show every day, the greatest show on earth.